Welcome everyone to Judy's Mind Body. Thank you for coming. And we're going to start with some just simple movements from Qigong. Lengthening through the spine, of course, bringing the crown of the head at the back of the skull up towards the heavens. And this first move we do is triple burner, coming through 3 dantians or energy centers. The head is the third center, the heart and lungs are the second. And the lowest one here is the most important, it's the first. Triple burner. Feel the expansion here at the abdomen. The slow contraction down at the abdomen on the exhale. And it really does feel like triple burner. You're burning that inhale here until it comes all the way down towards your abdomen on the exhale. And when it does, this moves in towards your Ming Men and back, low spine. Feel the expansion. Your feet are in a V and rider and horse position, and the contraction. Triple burner comes to a graceful conclusion. Let's ground it. Bring it to your heart on the inhale. Bring your feet in a little bit. Slowly bring it down on the exhale. Bring it up to your third dantian, your head. And down. And then open the legs and come all the way up towards the trees. And down. And as you come all the way up beyond that towards the heavens, look up, slight back bend of the upper spine, use the abdominals to support yourself and the feet, feel the feet. And slowly exhale down through triple burner. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to do the next one, which is Buddha picks up the earth. You're going to be up here, almost like the sense here of opening the shoulders like this, but you're bringing them up a little bit higher, focusing on feeling the belly really strong there for you with your abdominals, and then exhaling down. This will be Buddha picks up the earth, and as you come down here, right about here, begin to inhale up. When you get almost to the chin, turn the palms over and exhale everything out. You're pushing up the world and letting it go. And once again, inhaling up, pushing up, and we send the world into the sky. What fun. Well, we want positive energy, so it's fun because we want the world to be more fun and more positive and full of joy, peace, love, connection, and community. And that's good. Let's do one more of Buddha picks up the earth, send it into the sky, and with joy, let it go. And the perfect move after that is to open up linearly. So we'll do the accordion. Inhale, palms are right opposite your breasts or below. You're going to inhale out. Feel the expansion at the rib cage and the abdomen and even at the lungs, but keep the shoulders down. Exhale back. You really want to feel it here. Exhale. You might want to use the breath where you funnel it out, inhale it out, and exhale it back, blowing out. Two more. Oh, I forgot to say, make sure you've got water nearby. I won't be using a stool today, but you will need water to hydrate anytime you need, because we're doing a lot of breath work. Now place the tongue on the upper palate, just behind the upper teeth. That will create Qigong breath, and a little bit of smile right here will help everything. The jaw is relaxed, it starts to open, good, and then feel this Qigong breath there. Tongue towards the upper palate, and a release of any tension in the face. Good. I'd like to do with you now, heaven and earth. Let's bring one hand up on the inhale, flatten the palm, and one hand down on the exhale here to flatten that palm. Beautiful. Kind of looks like this up there, right? And this hand, maybe with the fingers pointing to the left. I mean, it's up to you. I will be mirroring you most of the time. And then inhaling center. And now your left hand moves up and your right hand moves down. And now you're sort of facing your right wall. And the arm can straighten. We can lengthen through here. I think we're still warming up. So lengthen all the way that you can. Stretch. Come back to center. We'll do the accordion again. Inhale out, expand. Feel the linear expansion here and exhale back. And let's move into the propeller, which is a wonderful Qigong move. Bring the palms up flat. Open out the chest. Maybe bring it up to there. And a little bit farther down here, we're going to do a spinal twist here. So you're going to inhale first, and you're going to exhale towards your right, bringing the abdomen, middle part of your body, shoulder and head the other way, just like you're turning around almost 180 degrees here. Come back to center carefully. You might want to inhale here for sure. It doesn't have to be a long exhale, or you can just breathe this, whatever you want. So I'm going to inhale first, and then I'm going to start exhaling from the bottom, and then moving up, moving up, moving up, and then finally twisting. Tongue is on the upper palate. You might want to hold here to really feel that spinal twist. It's very good for the nerves coming off the spine, many of them. And keep breathing. And now come back to center. And that's the propeller. I've been thinking about what happens if we take it up higher, and this depends on whether that's comfortable for your shoulders. But if you bring it up higher, you'll find your eyes will want to follow how high the fingers are, and you'll be looking up to some other higher place wherever you are. So holding there, inhale, the propeller at a higher plane. Let's go to the left this time. And now I'll come back to center. And see what you see as you move to the other side, maybe on the exhale here. Or just keep breathing. That's the most important. Come back to center. And let's let it go. Good. Shake it out. I like that. Shake it out from your feet, through your knees, to your pelvis, upper spine here. And bring your palms up like you're a ghost. And try making an ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Ah. Ah. If you can make sound where you are, it's good for you. Ah. Ah. And finally, ah-ee. Inhale. Ah-ee. Good. And we're going to go back to that spinal twist for a moment here. We're going to go first to the right, and you're going to use your digits, your fingers, for the air guitar. Inhale up. Spinal twist, feel it? Come back. Yeah, the spinal twist is sort of endemic, even in Qigong. It's the connection between yoga and Qigong is great. The effects of the trade routes, I assume. 10,000 years of moving across from one side to the other in the East. Good. Now, when we finish with that one, let's just ground it for a moment, because we're going to go the opposite direction. We just went this way. Now we're going to go that way. We'll still be doing a spinal twist. Okay, shake it out. Great. Okay, let's do this one this way, starting over here. So twist over, maybe release that back foot so that it doesn't get stuck. You always want to keep ankle, knee, hip moving together. And we go up with the digits, playing our air guitar. A really fun thing to do is to do this with sound. Ah, ow, ah. Once again, ai, ai, ai. Yeah, that plays you through all your voice. Ow, ow, oh. Good, and now get some water because otherwise you will be seriously needing it. Toast, you guys. Water is the best. All right, another one of our favorite ones that we do is called picking up a feather and letting it go. And this time we pick up a feather between our thumb and our forefinger like this, and then we pick it up, and we're really kind of beginning to do a shift here. So you're going to shift towards this leg, pick up your feather, flatten your palm, come down slowly, and you'll feel yourself shifting here because this knee will want to bend and the other leg will want to straighten. And then the primary leg here with the yan leg here that's bending will also want to straighten because it's really a lengthening process. And then the best part of this is to really feel like you paint down the wall. So inhale up and paint down the wall by just flattening the palm. It's like a paintbrush, and you're just drawing this whole room all the way down to the floor and all the way up to the ceiling. And that stretches out the whole rib cage. Good, looks so free. Beautiful. Let's shake it out just for fun because we don't want to get tense doing this stuff, okay? Good. Come back to ride around horse with your feet in a V like this. And then you might want to turn this foot a little bit this way because we're going to go that way. We're going to go towards your left. Okay, and you might also want to start with kind of the sense that you're shifting over to here and pick up the feather and let it go and release the back heel, and you'll feel yourself pushing into that front toe. That's part of the grounding process here, the feet. And now exhale down. Come back and look at that wall. Oh, it looks pretty good, but it does need a paint job. Inhale and sink it down. Or maybe you see a spider web or artwork. Enjoy it as you come up and down. And one more. Notice how we're using the weight shift. We're shifting into that front foot, holding that back toe down. And the leg lengthens back there. Yeah, you're stretching your muscles. Good. Come back to center. Shake it out again. I think among the most important things about Qigong that I love is this shakeout. Good. Because we're definitely relaxing all of the joints as we go there. Okay, so now we're going to come into the owl, and you'll hold your palms behind you like this, and your feet are in a V, and you're going to look over your right shoulder really slowly. And you're kind of halfway up the wall here because your chin is parallel to the earth. You come back to center on the inhale. You look towards your left. Keep both shoulders back there so we don't drop them forward. Come back to center. Again, towards your right. And then perhaps the owl has seen its prey and it's going to fly off. Where's it going? Good. Okay, let's do a little bit more there because we're going to come into the shoulders. How about if we do a crawl stroke? Because we're going to move into the shoulders. Let's do it really super slowly, like it's a hot day. We just want to feel that full arm come out and down. Maybe we're in the shallow end. I don't know. We're just getting ourselves warmed up for a good crawl stroke. But now we're going to do a backstroke. And that can be just staying still. Because maybe we're on a rubber raft. I don't know. You decide. Good. Now, how about the breaststroke? Bring the palms in front like this so that the backs of your palms are facing you. Inhale, and then make a sound like swish, S-W-I-S-H. Swish. Inhale. Swish. And you can almost feel yourself moving through water now, right? Swish. And one more. Swish. Beautiful. So that was a beginning, good beginning for our shoulders up here. You're going to bring the fingers right here inside shoulders. But before we do that, let's bring the shoulders up to the ears 3 times. Inhale and make a let it go. Inhale. Make sure to inhale first before you, so breathe it through the nose. Good. And it's really good if you actually let go now with those palms now and do this. Make sure there's no tension in them. Very good. Now we'll do our shoulder rolls. Fingers are right inside that shoulder, but we're not lifting the shoulder up. Inhale, forward, up, back and down. I don't know about you, but mine are going click, click, click. So that means I'm going too far forward. Just make sure that you go back here to open up the chest. Usually that gets rid of the click for me. Good. Now come from the back, come up, and now forward and down. And once again, you can modify this however works for you. Just experiment with it. You can also do something really fun, but I shouldn't probably do this on Zoom, but I will anyway. Let's do a chicken. Walk, 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 walk. B-A-W-K. Walk, 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 walk. Shake it out. Very good. Now we're coming down the body, but first let's extend the arms into a T and circle the wrists. The gentle fists, or not fists, but gentle opening of the hands. The fingers start to relax here. And the wrists. And notice how the forearms going up to the wrists also become part of the action. And then you might even feel it up to your shoulders, but we don't want to lift our shoulders super high here because we're practicing our low breath. 2, and this is good. Okay, now we'll go back now. And the elbows are getting released. They're not tight. Fingers are not tight. Palms are not tight. The only thing that might be a bit of work is just standing up straight, right? Okay, good. Now bring the elbows close to the body, but not touching. And you're going to circle the wrists forward. It's like a gentle, oh so gentle move. And then back. And sometimes I look to see, am I really making a circle with my fingers? Looks like I am today. Sometimes it doesn't happen. You know, we have good days and bad days, right? Good. Now we're going to come down the body. Bring the abdomen forward. And then towards your right, back, towards your left, and forward again. So we're now going, when we go to the right first, we're going clockwise. Now we're going to go counterclockwise. We're going to go to the left first. That's when the clock goes 12, 11, 10, 9. That would be counterclockwise. And make sure you get all 4 points: the front, the side, the back, the side. Front, side, back, side. Now let's do the other way. Front, side, back, side. Good. Now, when we come down the body to the knees, we want to bring the feet pretty much together because we're going to fold forward from the hips. And I always start with my thumbs on my hip bone so that I'm not starting from my waist like that, but lengthening through the spine first, because you actually fold forward from the hips flat back halfway. And now you round the spine and release outside of your toes. Then you come back up, bringing the backs of the palms together. For a moment here, we're going to come back down. I'm asking you to keep your fountain into this for a moment. And now we're going to come back. We're going to take hold of the knees and we're going to circle to the right, first forward, then to the right, back to the left, just like we did with the hips. And hold on to the ligaments around the knees. It's kind of like monster hands. You're using all your fingers open to make a connection to all around your knees. Now we'll go forward to the left, back, and side and front. Same way we did with the hips. Your clockwise and counterclockwise circles. Good. Now you can just release those knees, bring the fingers down the shins all the way to the ankles, open up the legs, bring the backs of the palms together because we will do the fountain. Inhale, coming up. Open. Exhale down slowly. Remember to keep your spine long to there. Fold forward as you round. Inhale up again. There's your inhale. And now we're going to exhale down with the backs of the hands. And then in the middle, we round the spine. So a little more awareness now of the feet. Keep the feet solidly on the floor and feel the grounding of the feet as you move down by pressing into them. And one more. Beautiful. At least it looks like that is really, really good. All right, shake it out. And we're going to do, I think we're ready to do our next thing. Okay, you're going to come with your hands on your hips, shift towards your right side here. This will be the yan leg, and move with your left heel forward. And we're just going to try it just with the hands on the hips, bringing the weight into that foot fully, all 3 points, the front, 2 in the front and the 1 in the back, and then dropping the other heel. This is the Buddhist walk or the Tai Chi walk, but we're going to play with it a bit. I think 4 is good. Let's go back. Toe on your left side, back to the heel, toe on your right side. Slowly going backwards. See if you can feel all the main points of the foot, the 2 in the front, the 1 in the middle, which is your bubbling spring, and the heel at the back. Nice. Okay, now we need to do the other foot. Okay, so coming into a fairly open rider and horse position, shift back and forth. So here towards your left and here towards your right. And when you fully feel the energy coming into this left foot, you're ready to release this right foot. So we can then move forward. We're working on the forward back weight shift right now through the Tai Chi walk. Okay, let's start with our thumbs on the hip bones. Take a couple of steps and now change it so that you're pulling something like a rope Hand is open. And you've got a rope. Good. Now you're going to go back with the other foot, your left foot, toe to heel. Like your rope. They pull in boats this way with lots of people in many civilizations. Okay, now that we're there, let's use our open strings. We're going to pull strings like this. Or some people call this a cat scratch. You're opening up those fingers. Okay, and we're just opening the fingers. Ready? So shifting down, we'll start this time the same way. Start by shifting to the right. Bring your left heel forward. And we'll try this string walk. And you can pretty much bring this all the way into a tight fist if you want. That actually brings in the muscles of the arm. Your choice. Good. Now we're going to go back. Right ball of the foot. I'm sorry, left ball of the foot. And coming back. Good. And shake it out. So that brings us into a little bit of weight shift work here. And I think that's pretty good. We're going to do our transition into aerobic stuff now, knocking at the gates, which has our tapping, just tapping back here. It's a fairly relaxed but somewhat vigorous tap here. You want to really bring some energy into the fascia. Good. Now we're going to come up to the kidneys here, which is right back here above the waist. So keep your spine long, chest open, shoulders back. And you're not in the army right now, but some of that is the whole idea of opening up, lengthening. That we were taught as kids. Okay, now you're going to touch your lung points here, which are just underneath the arm there almost, but they're right in front. And there's a meridian there that connects us to the heart, all the way down to the toe, believe it or not. Like that. Good. Now shake it out again. And now we'll tap down from the top body all the way down using our beautiful forward bend. Inside the legs, outside of the legs, across the belly, down this arm, up the arm, down the other arm, up the other arm. And we're pretty good. Let's release that. And we're going to move into yoga, prayer. So feet in a V a little bit, or maybe not, because yoga's got them more close together. So I'll leave that to you. Inhale up for prayer. And when you come down, bring the palms together. It's yoga. Exhale through the heart and lungs, the chest area, all the way down to the abdomen. And notice how it has a beautiful Qigong heart unlocked into it. I love that. You can see that shape. It's a heart shape when we're coming right down through the center of it on our exhale. Two more of prayer from Hatha Yoga. Palms are together here. On the last one, let's change it into Qigong. Shape changer. Now come down with your palms facing each other, but Legong points are connecting and you're not touching. Try it again. It's very active way to bring in the chi. And if you look at them, they do tend to turn red because they're feeling it. The chi, that is, okay? And one more. Beautiful. We're going to do one more connection here as we inhale and move this way to the left, and inhale and move with a spinal twist to the right. Very much slowly moving across the body, which actually really helps us to be more flexible for Tai Chi Chi. Beautiful. Our 19 movements in one pose will start with the Tadasana from yoga and from Qigong. The palms face forward. We're lengthening through the whole spine. We're going to do one more focus exercise. You're going to count from your thumbs to your fifth finger. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you'll do that on both sides. And you're going to now bring in the toes. So it's big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Try it. Ready? Yeah, it really actually makes you release those toes. Okay, thumb and big toe. Second toe, second finger. Third toe, third finger. Fourth toe, fourth finger. Fifth toe. Now go back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You go back to your thumb and your big toe. Okay, once again, stand up tall. Thumb and toe. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Can you feel every toe? Fifth finger or little finger, pinky, little toe, and go back. Good. Now play the piano both ways with your feet and your fingers. Okay, when I first did that, I thought this is crazy, but I think now that it's really good for us to be able to separate the toes. Excellente. Okay, now we come into Tadasana. Lengthen through the whole spine. And now we come into rocking motion. Just like a rocking chair, we rock back to the soles of the feet and to the heels, and the toes come up. We come forward, and finally the heels come up, and we slide through the center over the bubbling spring. And it's all very slow, and perhaps even connected to this beautiful sense of a figure 8. As we bring in the energy below on the inhale, all the way up to almost to the head, and then we come down in a figure 8 through all the spine. So feel it in front body and in back, as you also expand the belly here and contract it, going back towards the heels. And that way you'll generate enough energy to have your own rocking chair within your own body. Really feel the feet today. That actually slows us down a lot, I think. It's a grounding principle. For some reason, I always want to think about arms, but it's really more about feet. Let's think about feet. And notice how we ground through the middle, right over that bubbling spring, and then back to the heels. The toes come up. And now the heels come up. Because we're now not only doing continual movement, circulars involved here, but also thinking of moving through the center body, thinking of our alignment and the crown of the head moving up by a string in the back, and feeling it through our whole spine. as well as propelled by the energy of the forward back weight shift, which allows us to rise, sink in the middle, and rise at the end, sinking and rising, an important Qigong principle. And let's make this the last one. Rocking motion comes to a graceful conclusion. We'll ground it to the heart and inhale from there and exhale down. And we'll double ground it. Let's bring it to the head and sink it down. And then let's bring it all the way up. Maybe open up your feet a little more into rider on horse. So you're fully grounded. And then slowly exhaling here, or at least keeping the speed of the palms as if you were just doing one exhale. And after a while, your exhale will actually get better. Let's do one more. Let's go all the way up this time and very slow exhale down. And now we come to our next move, which is bird flaps its wings, feet in a V. When you drop down on this, you're going to bend these knees a little bit. It's a mini squat, but you want to make sure that you don't bend them so far that you can't see your big toe. We're ready? Feet are in a V. Inhale and sink. Lengthen. Sink to the front of the foot, the heels rise. On the third one, a wrist circle forward, and you come back for 2 more cycles of 3. Last cycle. Beautiful. Inhale back and ground it through the earth. Take it to your heart and double ground it. Our next move is around the platter. Shift to your right. Release your left heel. You're going to be coming around the platter right at your sternum level. On the inhale, the back foot is going to be a 45-degree angle to the front. And the circle starts outside the foot that's front. Inhaling here. Exhaling right around the heart area that sends the energy back to the back leg on the exhale. Four more. Beautiful. Bring the foot back in. It's your left foot coming back in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. Shift towards your left this time. This knee will bend. This leg will be more or less straight, but not locked. Release that left heel. Come to your sternum here. And inhale outside that knee, or at least approximately over it. And the heel of the hand is the water itself. So as you come around the platter, feel that you're in chest high water. Inhale and exhale. The energy is moving from your right leg to your left. And we'll do one more today over here on this side. And come back. Beautiful. Inhale. And we finished this move, so now we double ground it. Let's bring it to our heads and down. And we'll shift to the right now to bring the left heel forward for a round the platter variation where you pick up a ball of energy right by that shoulder and send it out here and then bring it back to your heart in this beautiful circle. A circle within a larger circle. Here's your inhale. That little circle. Here's the exhale here that starts right opposite the heart. And we'll just do two more. Beautiful. Bring the foot back in. Inhale and sink it down. Single grounding between sides. Shift towards your left here. I like to think of a 60s hitchhike here to the left. And that releases this heel. And now we're going to do the around the platter variation on your right side. Feel the front back shift. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Notice how the toe rises when you get all the way back. Let's do one more to feel what happens to the heel here. When you get forward, the heel will rise when you get far enough. Good. We'll double ground it. We've finished the platters. And let's do several groundings here because I love those. They're so beautiful. Let's take it up to the head and all the way down. Notice how you're extending through your spine. Above that, to the clouds and slowly down. And of course, the trees and all the way up to the heavens. And exhale slowly down. And our next move will be bass drum. You're going to shift to your right, release your left. And the drum is just outside the breasts here for us. And you're going to inhale forward and exhale back. Adjust your shift however you need to. Usually I think of hip, knee, ankle being close together in terms of the angle down, and then the big toe is part of that too. Okay, what am I doing? This is the bass drum. Okay, let's go forward. It's like talking and chewing gum at the same time, right? Big problem. So feel yourself coming around the rim of the drum here and exhaling back. And bass drums are big. They're not little tiny drums. They're really huge. So feel the whole circularity of that drum. The palms are in polarity here. Okay, good. Let's bring the foot back in. Lovely, beautiful. Inhale, sink it down. single grounding, shifting towards the left, releasing the right. The same thing on the other side, right? We start here, we come around the rim of the drum on the inhale, and as we move back, we come back on the exhale. Here, the heel rises in back. Here, when we get back, the toe rises in front. So notice how we linger in the middle. So linger with your feet. Really feel the full sense of the foot completely down in the middle, and then the heel in the back, rising, and the toe in the front. So solid grounding today. Okay, this is beautiful. Let's close that move. Bass drum comes to a graceful conclusion. Bring it to your heart and above to your head. And we're extending our groundings because some of us are in cold climates and some of us are hot. So those of you that get too warm, make sure you get some water, which I think we'll do soon. And slow grounding coming down. Beautiful. Let's take a moment to get some water, and then we'll do our daughters on the mountaintop and in the valley. And you all know it's always water in my class, right? No things are going to bring up your sugar level. Okay, now we're going to do the daughters. We're going to shift to the right, release the left heel, and you're going to bring the palms out here. The daughter on the mountaintop. She's going up, she's coming down, and the left hand is close to the heart because we start with our own hearts and then we can support another person's heart on the outside right hand. Two circles intertwining, seeming to come up the mountain here and down through the central trail as the wrists cross. And see the mountain. It's beautiful. Imagine it. We've all climbed them, either recently or in early life, right? Or just metaphorically. We're going to go to 9. Here's 7. 2 more. Last one on your left side of your foot here. Oops, where we are. Okay, we always start with your left. Now we come down. Inhale to sink it through the earth. Feet are in a V. Shift it towards your left. This knee will slightly bend. This knee will get straighter and straighter, but not lock. Release that leg, just the heel. And we're going to come up the mountain and back down through the central trail. The left hand still close to the heart as we now cross the wrists right at the heart. And we're going to do 9 on this side too. So this is going to be 6. 2 more. Beautiful. Inhale to ground it. You're inhaling it basically in mountain position, right? Inhale, ground it down. And we'll double ground it. Thank you for mountains that we have to climb again and again. And then when you double ground it, we'll come to our next move, which will be daughter in the valley. Now you start on top of the mountains that you just climbed. You release your left heel and you come through the central trail here. Inhale. And exhale to look back down at what you just climbed. It's kind of a romance with nature, but really important to the Taoists, and I think important to us in San Francisco or wherever you are, Wisconsin, New York, this whole sense of the beauty of our parks and nature is part of our lives. And we come through the Central Trail time and time again and over the tops of hills and mountains. Last one. Bring the left foot back, ground it through the earth, inhale and exhale. Come back up here into your position up here, almost like cactus in yoga, shifting towards your left, release your right, and come down off the mountain to inhale up through the center. Feel the back heel rise. Feel the center foot as you come back. Feel the toe rise in front on the other side. And use your feet to really feel the grounding through the center. Press down even a little bit so that you're not too light in the feet. They want to be solidly on the earth. Feel the expansion at the rib cage and the contraction back towards the Ming Men, the low spine. And this is your last one of daughter in the valley. And sink it through the earth and double ground it. Well, let's go ahead and triple ground it. Such a beautiful set. Those two companion moves of daughter on the mountaintop and daughter in the valley. They deserve an accolade here. Let's go all the way up to the sun. Thank you for the days we climb or climbed mountains and enjoyed the valley. And now we're going to come to our next move, which is going to be carry the ball to the side. So we come over here. We pick up the ball. We've shifted into this leg. We're going to release this heel over here and move to the left with our weight shift. And then bring in the outside foot, which is your right foot, because we're moving left. And to do that, we need to move this way. Really lengthen, inhale, sink. And one more, carry the ball to the side. Feel the softness of the hands and the palms today. Let's just do one more just because it's fun. Beautiful. Sink it into the earth. Prepare to wind up towards your left and move to the right. Heel comes out. Shifting across. Let the shift also carry the hips with you, which are tucked underneath the upper body. Inhale to really lengthen and exhale to drop down. And now we go again from this way to that way. Carry the ball to the side. Lengthen on the inhale, sink on the exhale. And the last one here, at least this direction. And feel the total relaxation of moving together, that synchronicity, such an important part of companion work in community. We're always carrying the ball to the side, dropping it, and picking it up again. To go on in resilience in the spirit of community. And last one. Inhale to lengthen and inhale and exhale to send the energy into the earth and through your feet, resting on globes of energy. And now we come to our next move, which is going to be push-pull. We're going to shift towards the right to release your left. You're going to push from the heel of the hand out and down and then up in a circle. When you reach the shoulder area, turn the palms around to inhale towards your heart. Push, pull. Feel the feet. Inhale back. We'll do 4 more. It's also called giving and receiving energy. You're inhaling back to yourself. Bring the foot back in. Inhale and exhale down. Shift to your left. Release your right. And push pull. Sending energy forward on the exhale and back to yourself on the inhale, and keep the circle moving. And maybe look up a little bit. It's kind of an exalted move, I think, that we serve others this way. And the energy comes back to our own hearts when we do this, giving and receiving energy. And that circle is so beautiful. It never stops, because you think just when you've had enough that you get something wonderful back from someone else that says, go on. Resilience. And last one. Beautiful. Double ground it. Bring it to your heart, for sure. Bring it towards your head, your brain, for sure. The heart and the brain work together. Sink it down. Bring it all the way up to the sun and the moon at night. And exhale it slowly down. Push-pull, or giving and receiving energy, comes to a graceful conclusion. Rest on globes of energy for a moment. And we're going to shift towards the right to bring the left forward. We're pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe through the fingertips. Inhaling forward, bringing in that energy from the farthest star in the universe through the fingertips. And the energy moves back to us. And we add a visualization of our own. Why am I bringing energy from the farthest star? Each one of us decides. Two more on your left side of pulling in the energy from the farthest star. Beautiful. Sink it down. Shift it towards your left. Release your right heel and do it again. Always noticing how the circle moves outside first of the foot that's forward and then back, honoring the back leg as well. Feel it through your feet. Really reaching out to the star. Hey, help us. And notice once again how the circle doesn't really stop here, it just keeps going. Last one. Beautiful. Ground it through the earth a couple times here, at least. We move into the taffies next, so we want to make sure that we're really fully grounded. Maybe drink a little more water in a second, but do it all the way up to the clouds, the trees. Include the whole universe. And slowly come down. Pulling in the energy for that. And then exhaling to come into resting on globes of energy and resistance to gravity. And release into mountain pose. We'll get a little bit of water here because we're coming to the taffies. Mm. Feel your feet. Press down. Basic taffy. Left hand under the right elbow. Left heel out. Pull the taffy. Bring in the foot. And ground it. Other hand under. The palms move apart with the weight shift. And then inhale to sink it down. Notice how the legs change. They really lengthen when you inhale. They really drop a little bit when you exhale. You carry that across, then you inhale again. Spongy knees. One more here. Good. Bring in the outside leg. Inhale and sink. Beautiful. We're going to come now to anchor taffy. You'll anchor your right foot, which means it won't move until you bring it in. And your left foot comes forward. Left hand is underneath. It's the invite hand inviting you to the left. Sink. Right foot comes forward. The left foot is anchored. It's not moving until you bring it across here. The right hand comes across, and then the left foot moves in. It's all very, very slow, continuous, has a certain kind of circularity feeling because it's your circulation in the body is now moving pretty well. And you're moving from the center. And the feet kind of guide everything here. So bring your left foot forward. And your left hand's underneath. Yes, inviting you over to the left. But now you bring in the outside right foot. And now the right foot will lead. We always want to return at the end to the left foot, so that'll be this time. Left side. And then bring in the right foot to end up here on the left. Beautiful. Lengthen through the spine as you double ground it. Triple ground it. Why not? So it's beautiful. I love that move where you're really bringing your boat in to shore. And then take it up one more. Because if you've ever been out in rough water, there's nothing like that moment when you bring the boat in. You made it to shore. Okay, the next one is circles taffy. And we're going to do it now. So you're going to have your feet in a V, sink and rise. 2, sink to the heels. Good. Now bring your left hand under and pull it to the left. And sink. Circles now, inhaling, almost like jump roping. I use my heels for this because it reminds me of that time when I did this. Then the rope sort of comes across to someone else who's their turn. 1, 2, 3, pull that rope across. If that helps you, it's really the invite hand. Inhale to sink. And circles taffy. Right hand under, pulling yourself to the right. We know we have one more to go. We're going to go back that way. Sink. Left hand will be under. It's the invite hand to the left. And double ground it. That is the most fun 8-year-old move we have. I love it. Let's bring it up even higher for our jump rope days. And our next is the third variation of basic taffy, and it's called perpetual motion taffy. As you know, it has a heel step. So the heel comes up and drops, and the energy moves to the toes. And then when it gets there, the other foot, you're going to be here, sends the energy to the toes, and it just keeps going forward and back, side to side, I mean. Okay, here we go. Left hand under. Move it to the left. Right hand under. And you have a heart protector move here when the palm comes down inside the arm and moves across the hand. Yeah, that's a very beautiful Qigong move. I like to add this in because it seems so, it gives us a longer sense of the Qi moving through the arm. It's never touching, but it has this effect of feeling the energy that's moving through the heavy air. And it's perpetual, so we don't really have a number like 9 or whatever. You can just keep going until you have enough. If you really want to feel this, go near the ocean and feel the energy there from a high cliff. It's safe, not too close to the edge. And really try this beautiful move there. You get the sense of the air, ocean air, that's amazing. And now last one. Beautiful. Inhale and sink it through the earth. And double ground it. Perpetual motion, taffy, and all the 3 variations plus basic taffy come to a graceful conclusion. And now we are at working the pulley, but do we need more water? Or are we okay? Yes, keep going. Water. I like the flying back idea. It's a cute idea. Okay, now we're going to come here with the right hand under the hip bone and the left hand forward. It's a diagonal cross, and you might want to slide the feet. It's up to you. You just basically want to keep hip, knee, and ankle together, whether it's to do a tap dance or whether it's to slide. Your choice. Notice how your left hand is moving forward and your right hand is moving under the hip. There's a change there of the circle here. Here's where this change comes. That change of the left hand moving forward and then moving underneath the hip causes that hip to come back on the inhale. And that's basically what's guiding the cross. Is the E crossover is always guided by the breath initially, and then by the movement and the connection of the brain and head are really essential. And the heart and brain, heart and head. And of course, we need to remember to ground, because that's really where it all starts. It's down there in our feet. As you glide or not, and as you glide or not. Okay, beautiful. Let's bring it in. Sink it. And now your right hand will be the dominant hand. It'll be the exhale. This will be the inhale of that other hand, and then they cross. Kind of like a crawl stroke, like we did before. Just try that for a moment, as it's what's happening. If you're in heavy surf, this is kind of what's happening, right? You're like that. Good. And these are quite active, although we need to slow them down. Okay, sinking into the feet, shifting towards the left to bring the right heel forward, and the left hand is going to go under the hip, and the right hand will be coming right over that leg there, guiding the breath with the hand, exhaling. Inhale first. Diagonal cross. It does have the effect of touching someone's shoulder if they're facing you. So that's something we do on Zoom here. It makes it really fun. Your diagonal is guided by some other person, like a companion who plays with you with Tai Chi. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to close that move. It was really nice to do that together. Inhale and sink it through the earth. And double ground it. And triple ground it, because we've just finished working the pulley, I think. And we're coming next to light at the top of the head, light at the temple. So feet in a V. Exhale down. Bring the energy over the crown of the head here. The palms face each other, but they're basically going to massage the Tao. Let them do that. And now we'll do our sinking and rising first, okay? Sink and rise. Rise to the balls of the feet. Sink to the full foot. And then the third one, come back and circle the palms together with the fingertips up. 6 to 9 times. I think we'll do 6 today. Hold the energy. Feet in a V. Sink and rise again. Light at the top of the head. On the third one of these opening moves, as the light moves out, bring it down towards the earth and back to your heart with your left hand on the inhale. Sink it down slowly. And that moves into light at the temple, which is right at your temples, behind your ears. Sink and rise, that's your real temple. Sink, the one you have inside you. Let it go, the energy. Good. Now you can circle right there without ever touching your head, and you feel something there if you stop. Let's go to 9. Feel the energy between the palms with the head in between. Feet in a V, sink and rise with your light at the temple. And send it down with an exhale towards the earth, back to your heart with the left hand on the top on the inhale. And sink it down. And double ground it. We move now into joyous breath. You're going to come to the balls of the feet on the inhale and come up. And now exhale down 4 times. On the third one, you drop the heels. It's considered very yawn or somewhat macho. So enjoy it. Be powerful. Heels. Good. Last one. Beautiful. Inhale and slow release. Passing clouds is next. Your right hand is up, your left hand is down, supporting this leg here, and you come across. Brushing the elbow as you move over here. It's a slight forward back weight shift within this side to side. So feet are in a V here. Feel your shift through the whole body as you move over here, bending one leg, straightening the other, and then changing. And now as the mirror hand passes you, we let it go, because this is our moving meditation of Tai Chi Chih. And even the mirror hand, we let go as we sink more and more towards a sense of what yoga would be called pratyahara, letting go, even of thoughts. Good. Now we come back here, bring the foot in, inhale and exhale a couple of times to let that go. And we come to the 6 healing sounds, which are, as you know, your left hand, your left foot. Your right hand, left foot. And now from your right to the left, for the liver. And now for the lungs, your right foot. For the triple heater, both hands and the right foot. And the last one is for the kidneys. And last set. Five chewies, kidneys. Turn the palms upside down. Let the thumbs almost touch. Notice how it's a figure 8. Circling the palms, both directions. Having really worked the chi in the body or played with the chi in the body, now we come into cosmic consciousness pose, your left heel on your right ankle bone. Inhale the arms all the way up like the tree in yoga. Bring that left hand closer to the heart for the Qigong move, looking over the window of eternity with the left hand behind. And through it, let's interlace these fingers, bring them up overhead in gratitude for 10,000 years of Qigong, 6 centuries of Tai Chi of all types, and the work of Justin Stone, who was blessed to have a wonderful teacher of Wen-Shan Huang, a famous Chinese anthropologist. And we received this great gift in 1974 of 19 movements in one pose, a moving meditation of Tai Chi Chih. Thank you all for your practice and for being in the wonderful Tai Chi community.